Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Inside the Leaderboard. I'm Tommy Marquez and today we're going to put the 2017 Open to rest. But before we do that, I want to give you guys some numbers to chew on going into the rest of the competition season and going forward even into next year. And we're going to start with the top performers in the Open and more importantly, what winning the Open in your region means going into regionals under this current format. So since the change in 2015, there have been 68 region winners in the Open, of which only 14 have gone on to win their region, meaning you have a 20.6 or slightly better than 1 in 5 chance of winning your regional competition. And during this time, only 4 athletes have won both their region in the Open and their regional competition both of these years. That's Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet, Emily Bridgers, Cara Webb, and Matt Fraser, with Fraser having also won the Open and Games during this time frame as well. He's the only athlete to do that. But oftentimes, the larger goal for these athletes is just to qualify for the Games. So how much does winning your region in the Open actually help your chances of making it to the Games? Well, we broke things down based on where the Open winners finished at their regional competition. And in this regard, women Open winners have a much better chance of qualifying for the Games than their male counterparts. Winners on the women's side qualified 66.7% of the time. And take a look at the top 2 lines for both the men and the women, because combined, Open region winners finished at least in the top 10 more than 80% of the time, which to me points to the effectiveness of the Open in making sure the best athletes make it to regionals. But those are the top athletes, and for the rest of us, our competition season is over and now it's time to get back to training and get refocused on what our goals are going forward. So with that in mind, here's the breakdown of how the general Open population chose to perform or not perform the Open workouts. These are the percentages of the athletes that either did every workout scaled, every workout as prescribed, or scaled any other combination of the 5 workouts. For both men and women, a considerable majority were able to complete all the workouts as prescribed compared to the other 2 categories. But this only takes into account the athletes that completed all 5 workouts and doesn't tell the full tale of how the community's 2017 Open actually unfolded. So here's the percentages for every man, woman, masters or teen, scaled or prescribed athlete based on how many of the 5 workouts they completed. And slightly more than 60% of the nearly 387,000 plus athletes were able to complete all 5 workouts, but that still leaves over 150,000 athletes that weren't able to finish the Open. Now that may be a tad discouraging, but it's important to think about these numbers in terms of goals. For those of us who aren't elite athletes, our primary goals of health and fitness should center on the little ways that we can improve from year to year. If you weren't able to complete all 5 Open workouts this year, well, next year, that's your goal. If you had to scale 3 workouts this year, well then shoot for only 2 next year. If you didn't have a pull-up, a toes to bar, or maybe even a muscle-up this year, train your butt off all year long so that when these come back up in the Open, you'll be ready and waiting to attack those movements. Trust me, you will be better for it. That does it for this edition of Inside the Leaderboard. Up next, we have the Teenage and Masters Online Qualifier that starts April 20th and runs through April 24th. And we'll be here to break down all of that stuff for you guys in the coming weeks. Until then, good luck in your training, and I will see you guys next time.